What's up, witches? It's Luna here with an unboxing for you, an unboxing of a really weird one, and I'm gonna have some help from Pie Pie. Huh? Can I work around you, Pie? He's very concerned about the charcoal. He was lying on my desk, and I lit the charcoal, and he got very concerned, which is a good thing, because we don't really want him going after the hot things. Where you going, boo? All right, you stay right there. So today is a strange deck. So it's a classic because it is vintage. It's from 1983. But I think it fits more into the oddities category. This was a gift from a friend who found it at a garage sale or something, and it's an odd one, definitely. And I got to grab something. Hold on. Okay, I have to grab a book that will be a visual aid in a little while. So let's take a look. Tarot of Wicca. And as we see, it is Japanese. I cannot read katakana or kanji, so I can't really read that. I can read hiragana, kind of. Illustrated by H. Kitagawa, copyright 1983, under the direction of A. Mokuseioh, published by Seitosha in Tokyo. And it says the same thing on the back. And as you can see, I've done my tape repair on the box because it was falling apart. It's Chunky Boy. We have a face card, the Tarot of Wicca. Same information as on the box. Here are the backs, which are a little odd. You know, looking at them now, there's kind of Egyptian, but then the image is just sort of pulled apart and flopped. And then we have another blank card, so you do have a couple blocking cards. And here's the Fool. So we've got some colorful images. He's got a face cloth, so looking Middle Eastern or Indian. And he's not stepping off a cliff, he's just stepping off with his pack. Then we have the Magician. And a pentacle. And all of his tools with Stonehenge in the back. Oops, sorry, I don't mean to lean on your tail, Bubby. Okay, you going? Then we have the High Priestess. And now is where I need to go to the book. And I mean, first of all, look at the images. There's something a little odd about them. I don't know if you notice it or not. She's, first of all, very masculine looking. Second of all, the book that I have here is A Witch's Bible Complete. And let me find the photographs. Oh, Pie. What are you doing, little boo? All right. Hold on. This is Janet Ferrer in The Witch's Bible Complete. Hello. So there's that one. I'm going to stick her in there because there are more. Then we have the Mother. The Conqueror. So rather than the Empress and Emperor, we have the Mother and the Conqueror. And I do like that they've sort of narrowed that down into those pretty pithy keywords. Then we have the High Priest. And again, just do you see something a little odd in the faces? They're just a little odd. There's the Lover's card. They kind of don't look like real people's faces. There's the Chariot. The horses. So, you know, obviously a talented artist, but there's some oddness about it. Look at this body. Okay, here's strength. Is that a man or a woman? It's just look at the tiny arms, the teeny tiny arms and the big ass chunky thighs and torso, and yet they're just a little off. The Hermit. And again, the eyes are a little strange. The Wheel of Fortune is pretty ordinary. We have, looky. We have the signs arrayed accurately as in the flat wheel, with Aries being exactly where Aries belongs and going counterclockwise around the wheel. You know how much I appreciate that. Then we've got Justice, and again, just weird proportions. Look at the just weird tiny shoulders, thick ass. What the hell? And obviously naked women and clothed men, one of my pet peeves. Hanged Man. Death is the Reaper. Temperance, not pouring anything, but 1 foot on land, 1 foot in the ocean, and the Devil. So we've got kind of this classic image here of the devil dude. The Thunderbolt. You will notice as well that there is no book with this deck. So you're on your own. Okay, here's the Star. Go back here. All right. I know there's this image. Hold on. This is sort of sort of, but it's like they needed more tits in that one. I thought this was one. Oh, there it is. I knew it. Yes, still they needed more tits. There's the image, and she had an apron on there because maybe they figured they needed less tits for the book. But there we go. Then the Moon, which is just a picture of the moon in a pyramid. The Sun, Judgment. So we are straying from standard iconography. They're much simplified images, and there's the world. Now we have the Ace of Wands, and we've got kind of a reference here to the Kabbalah and the Sephiroth, the Ace of Wands, the Two of Wands, and we have kind of a yin-yang and a sort of caduceus type wand. So these are almost pip cards. Three of Wands, we've just got a, Cernunnos, a horned god there. Here we have a green and red yin-yang. So kind of about balance, but Cernunnos, what's that about? And with no book for reference. Here's the 4. We just have 2 candles and another wand. The 5. There are people standing. So there's not a lot to grab on. And the 6 is just a frickin' wand. So, what do you do with these images? You have to correlate them to something else that you know, because what would you say about this? Landscape. I don't know. 7 of Wands, and we've got somebody with leaves on their head. This is, I think, our first naked genitalless man. What is this, folks? What is this? What kind of creature is this? We have no genitalia. We've got like a 4-pack of abs there. We've got almost boobs, strange proportion arms and legs with giant hands and feet, and leaves on the head. What? So I would say yes, this is firmly in the category of oddities. No doubt about it. The Eight of Wands. Again, what the hell are we looking at here? The Eight of Wands, which usually shows swift, the wands flying through the air, and we have a waterfall. The Nine of Wands shows a cauldron. The 10. So, do you get oppression from that? I don't. Here's the Page. We have a laughing faunish guy. The Knight. The Queen. And the King. Kind of modern day people there. Here are the chalices. So we have a lotus, the ace, the 2, the 3, the 4, the 5. They're just kind of random, 6 of chalices, the 7 of water pouring out, the 8, the 9, and the 10. Then we have the Page. I mean, even these, what would you get from that? He's dumping water on his head. The Knight. The Queen. She's kind of interesting looking. So these seem much more realistic. These clearly have been rendered from other images, I think. But look how odd the faces are. And, I have to wonder if this is from Japanese artists depicting Western faces. Because some of the things, like the pictures of Janet, the eyes are just a little strange looking. They don't look like Western, European eyes. The Ace of Athames, the 2. Candles with snakes. The 3. So obviously we're going very pagan here, but with like ceremonial, we've got Hebrew, the 3 of Athames with a Torah. I don't know what that says, and there's no book to reference. The 4. Here's a pyramid. The 5. Somebody's gill is like a frickin' tornado. Yikes. The 6, a comet. The 7 is lightning. The 8 is a trilithon. The 9 is what, a voodoo doll. The 10 of Athames, crashing lightning. There's the Page. The Knight. The Queen. I mean, the body proportions here are better, so it's like they were copied from something, but they certainly go for the muscular, though they don't quite know how to draw them. Okay. Ace of Pentacles, the 2, there's a rainbow, the 3, an incense burner, the 4, sun, the 5, there's kind of a wasteland-ish, the 6, maybe looks like giving something away, the 7, we have a marlin, the 7 of Pentacles, there's a marlin in the water. Okay, the 8 of Pentacles, we've got pelicans and seagulls. Of course you do. The 9, there's a gate. Okay, maybe. Garden gate, sort of. 10 with a big archway. And then we have the Page and the Knight and the Queen and the King. So very strange mishmashy deck, with images clearly pulled from pagan and Wiccan sources. I have to wonder, about a lot of the other images that look a little more true and, wonder where they might have pulled those from. Hard to say. Let's see. Nearly impossible to shuffle. I mean, do you see this? They hardly bend at all. It's very stiff and chunky. This might have been like the first of the 2 thick decks. Because everything, produced by U.S. Games and Llewellyn and other publishers from this particular time frame in 1983 are the very standard cardstock shuffleable. So you definitely got to split this deck in 2 in order to be able to make any headway with it at all. so I'm going to do it this way. Just initially get that initial mix. So, doing a reading with this deck, I'm going to have to reference what I know about tarot. Let's pause and ask our allies and ancestors, guides and guardians to please come in, come in, come in, be present. I invite you in and welcome. I offer you fresh water. I offer you the fire of Azrael. Please bring us good information. Please let my brain and mouth work together with my eyes to give us a message that is useful, pertinent, practical, and clear. What do we need to know today, right today, when I'm watching this video, in order to thrive? Go beyond survival and into thriving. All right. Well, we've got one of each. We've got, I'm going to put her in the middle. 10 of Pentacles, the Mother, and the Knight of Chalices. So the Mother in the middle talks about nurturing ourselves and recognizing the abundance that's around us. We need to go into more receptive mode. I'm looking at this and going, okay, the Mother as opposed to the Conqueror, that this is not really the time to actively go out and try to affect things and change things and make a difference out there. The focus is kind of in here, and looking at how we care for ourselves, how we nurture ourselves, and how we nurture those around us. And a lot of times, particularly if we're not feeling so hot, feeling kind of down, depressed, stressed out. Sometimes we're too self-involved, too much focused on the internal. Then nurturing something or someone can take us into the external. And what I'm thinking of here, he's gone now, is Pyewacket. Pyewacket was a wonderful thing. He has really helped pull me out of myself and, give me something to love and nurture. That's actually a baby that I can cuddle and kiss and everything, because my husband and son like it, but they get a little annoyed. So anyway, there's the Mother card. Mothering, nurturing, giving thanks for the abundance that's around you. She's got an ankh on her neck. 10 of Pentacles here. That talks about abundance as well, and material wherewithal. So talking about taking stock and just really recognizing the wealth that we have. And if we're in a position of lack, at this particular time of year, which is around Christmas when I'm shooting this, that it may be time to take stock of what the things we have, what they're worth, and maybe converting those things into money, if that's, something that's needed. But definitely a focus on the material wealth and abundance, the sharing of that wealth, the nurturing of ourselves, using what we have in order to nurture ourselves and take care of ourselves and those we love. And the Knight of Chalices there. The Knight of Cups talks about an offer or a proposal of sorts. So next to the Mother here, it's like really speaking to those around you and telling them what they mean to you, speaking your love to them, making an offer of, here's what I'd like to do for you, lovingly. And yesterday I had a conversation with my sister-in-law, and we were talking about Christmas, and we had been talking about, we're going to do what we have to do so that we can get together for Christmas and have dinner, and everybody's going to isolate and everybody's going to do this. And then I had to go for a COVID test, which I'm still awaiting the results on. And thank you all for your well wishes, by the way. I am feeling a bit better, but lying in bed this morning, I wake up and I'm lying there and it's like, ooh, I'm tired. So I'm powering through, but also taking care of myself. So I was talking to her and I said, you know what, we have to come to terms with reality here. We can't do this. The county I live in and all the counties around us are purple, which is the highest level. And if I have managed to catch COVID, I did it by just going to our normal grocery store trips in, the same safety we've been doing from the beginning. So, and we found out in our little grocery store locally, one of our favorite cashiers has COVID and she's 84 years old. So it's close. It's all around us, and we cannot think that if we can't do this bargaining thing with the universe of if I do this and do this and do this and do this, then we'll be safe, and we know we're safe. We don't know that, and we can't take risks and we can't take chances. So we were starting to talk about what kind of interactions we can have. Like we go over to her house all bundled up and we stand outside the kitchen windows and we can talk through the windows and stuff like that. There's just got to be other ways we can interact and touch base with each other and celebrate with each other that doesn't have us sharing physical space. That's the bottom line of it. Not sharing physical space. Period. End of sentence. Done. Right? That's the only thing that we know is safe. Because the truth of it is we still have to go to the grocery store. And every time we do, that opens a door and it's a risk. So, as far as our family goes, we're going to keep people safe. We're going to nourish. We're going to keep people safe. We're going to share the abundance we have. We're going to be baking like crazy, obviously, way off keto for Christmas, as we do. And we'll go back on. Every time we go off, I put on a couple of pounds and then we go back on and I lose a few more. And so we go back and forth. So we can have the things that make us feel good and we don't eat those things long enough to do any real damage, and then we go back on keto for the most part, so or a modified keto. So Night of Chalices to me is talking about really speaking that love to each other and what we intend to do. If watch my Russian Roma reading for December 2020, it was all about this, and so I think that for me personally, I need to reach out more and just call people, be calling people and touching base with people and talking to people. All right. We can't reach out physically. We have to reach out emotionally and verbally to each other and communicate with each other. So, and then, here's what I'm going to do for you. So rather than like Christmas surprises even, just saying, here's what we plan to do and what we're going to send you. And then we'll all get together and, like sending cookies out, maybe distributing cookies. And then we have a Zoom party and we can all eat cookies and drink together and, enjoy and celebrate. So that's what this is about. It's about a radical restructuring of our holidays. But whenever you're watching this, it is about taking what you have, the resources you have, and sharing and nurturing and offering those resources as a form of love. I am going to give you these things in order to nurture you and show you my love and my care. This is my offering to you. Never a miss, never a waste, always appropriate whenever you're watching this, right? So, you can obviously get a reading out of this deck. It's just a very odd one. I hope you enjoyed that. I would like you to please subscribe to my channel and to click the like button so that more people can see my videos. It really does count. Also, please feel free to hit that donate button below. I really appreciate every penny you guys donate. You can also join my Patreon. I have just delivered the first installment of my deep dive astrology lessons, and there's another one coming up very soon. So if you join now, you will get that first lesson immediately, and the next one's going to drop in the next couple of weeks. Do it. It's worth it. You have to join at the priestess level, which is the middle level, to get those things. If you join at the initiate level, you will get early access to my astrology videos, which another one of those is going to drop today or tomorrow. and just join the club. I really appreciate your support. There's also merch coming up on Patreon. You can watch for that. You can also buy me a deck. I have my wish list below. If you do, I will read personally for you with that deck on my unboxing video. Thank you to all my gifters. You're amazing. You have grown my collection to over 210 now. And when I started this, I think I was still working to get to 150 a little more than a year ago. So, wow, what a year it's been. And I appreciate all of you for your contributions. Your name is forever in the catalog because of them. So, another thing, if you join my Patreon, we are going to be doing Zoom calls every month so that you can have personal access to me with a Readers Roundtable Zoom call. We're going to get together. I will answer your questions. We will all use our decks and concentrate on topics and do some readings together, which could get extremely interesting and entertaining. I hope when this is being shot that you are staying as safe as you can possibly stay and helping move us through this pandemic in the best way possible. We will get to the other side of it. I pray for all of us that we make it through. Bye. Bye bye. Bye, Wacket. I heard somebody meowing. It was either him or Mitchell. They sound the same. They have these little squeaky meows. Anyway, I will see you next time for another unboxing. I will see you on Wednesday for a live stream. It's going to be earlier in the day than 8 o'clock because I cannot do night things right now. So take care, everybody. Stay safe. Blessed be. This is the Zen Witch. See you next time.